starting off a little bit differently than most of my videos. I have actually decided to take a day off, at least mostly. I've got a few errands to run this morning, and then I'm going to head to my mom's. She lives in a little neighborhood in Olive Branch, Mississippi, which is about 4 or 5 miles from me. And she's got a community pool. In fact, they've got 2 community pools over there, and it's kind of, the neighborhood is really pretty. You'll see it in the video. But it kind of looks like a real tiny, tiny little Nantucket look. It's not anything fancy, but it's got the real pretty streets with the medians. It's so hot here, we haven't had a lot of the flowers and stuff to come out this year. They're kind of hiding until fall, I think, but you'll get to see that. But I'm going to run up here to the post office and a couple other places or whatever, and then I'm going to try and actually have a down day today. I will have my tablet and stuff with me. I'm not that crazy, I guess, so we'll see if we have a nice quiet day at the pool, or if there's 11 million kids there. I like kids, I just don't like them in my pool when I'm there. But yeah, it's hot today. It's about 9:30, which is a little later than I usually like to leave. If I can, I'll try to get there by 9 if I can, but we had some things going on at the house this morning and grandbaby stuff, and I had to run the gauntlet to get out the door. You know how that goes. If you have grandchildren or children that live with you, you have to kind of run the gauntlet sometimes. So. But I figured I would go there and then maybe take you to my square dance class if I end up going, if I'm not too tired. I'm actually going through class again because it has been about 10 years, I guess, since I've really been an active square dancer. I used to dance up to 6 nights a week. And it sounds hokey to most people that haven't actually danced, but it's a lot of Western dance, a lot of modern music and things that they use. And some of it, they still do some of the hokey stuff, because we've got people there, you know, that are on into their 80s or whatever, and so we need to have a different style of music for them at times, you know, because they enjoy the old stuff too. But it's interesting seeing the women now. Tonight it'll be a casual thing because we've got class and all of that kind of stuff, so all of us just wear street clothes and things like that, and it's more for just the social aspect and all of that. But when you go to an actual square dance, it's interesting because you'll see a woman dancing, especially the women, because they wear the short skirts a lot of times and fluffy skirts and all of that you see that's traditional. And they'll be dancing and having a great time and all this kind of stuff, and they'll turn around and you will be shocked that they're like 80 years old, some of them 90, into their 90s actually. We've got a couple of dancers, I think, that are probably around 90 to 92, something like that. But their legs look like a 20-year-old, because they've been dancing for 40, 50, 60 years, however long. Some of them 70, I guess, because a lot of them started in their 20s, so it's really kind of interesting. But, well, I got to pull up here for my root beer, you know. So that little deed is done. I think I've got about 7 packages going out this morning. When I can, I go into the post office. I don't like to do the front porch thing. I just figure it's my responsibility, and it's just kind of part of the job. Even if it's 100 packages, I need to go on and take it into the post office if I can. It's not a big deal. It's a time eater, but it's just kind of the cost of doing business to me. I don't like other people's things that they've paid for sitting on my porch, even though I live in a safe neighborhood, but you know, it's only safe till it's not. So I do take them into my local post office. This one I don't like to go to as often because, as you can see, when I pull in the parking lot, they're busy, busy, busy all the time. I go to one about 3 miles away usually in Horn Lake, Mississippi, and it's usually worth the drive. Today I want to get to my mom's because I don't want to lose pool time, as they say. But usually I'll drive to Horn Lake, Mississippi, and they've got a great big Walmart Supercenter store and a big Kroger there that has groceries on one side, but then they've got other things on the other side where I bought some clearance items and clothing items and stuff like that. They've actually got clothing and everything. It's really cool. But in another video, I think I talk about all of that and did a lot of like kids clothes and stuff like that when they changed up for the summer clearance. So that was kind of cool. But anyway, I usually drive over there because I can, you know, make it a 2 or 3 or 4 stop within a block of each other. They've got a Dollar Tree over there, a really huge Dollar Tree over there, and I do some retail arbitrage over there and get things that maybe people don't have in other parts of the country. There's some of the candy that you can't get, but in certain areas like down here, or certain types of the barbecue sauce and things like that, and yep, people buy it. They pay shipping and all of that. I sell some health and beauty stuff on occasion, certain kind of toys, that type of thing. So I guess I'll throw these packages at them, keeping my fingers crossed. Hope I'm not in line forever. I got all of my errands done. It's pool time. Although I do have one other thing I have to do. I have to drive there. Well, 2 things technically, I guess. I have to drive there. And then I'm redoing a cabinet for my mom that I gave her out of one of my booths that the shop closed down in Hernando, Mississippi, not too far from the bin store that I go to. I had a couple of booths down there and they suddenly closed. I was on a camping trip and I had just left that day, and then I get this text message and then also an email follow-up that they were closing and we had 4 days to get our things out. So I've got 2 full booths with furniture and all kinds of wonderful things, and I'm on a camping trip out of town for 4 days, and well, 3 of those days. So long story short, I did it. I'm an estate liquidator, so I did it. I just looked at it and I thought, well, if I have to leave it there, I have to leave it there. I haven't paid that much for this stuff, so. But I ended up getting it sorted out and all of that kind of stuff. And although that ended well, our relationship did not end very well. But that's a whole different story. But it's a beautiful day here. Should be around, I think the high for today, number-wise, is supposed to be around 85 today. My pool, my mom's pool, but it's my pool. Pool has an overhang, you know, where we can sit up under, and nice chairs and all that kind of good stuff. And the cool thing is we don't have to clean it, and we don't have to have anybody come over and maintenance it or anything like that. The downside to that is we have no pool guy. So I picked up my swimming buddy for the day. Say hi, Mom.
Hello.
No, you're supposed to say hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
My mom and Dad live in a nice little neighborhood in Olive Branch, Mississippi. And I always say that it looks like a really miniature, teeny little Nantucket. The houses are not large. They look nice, but they're not large or whatever. But it's just got that look. It's real quiet and peaceful and all of that kind of stuff. The neighbors keep the yards nice, and some of the streets have medians that go down the front, you know, with the plantings and things like that, so it's kind of neat. They've got 2 pools, so we're going to go to one of those pools. We will check this one out, and if it's too much of a kid alert, we might go to the other one instead. That's the good thing, is if you don't mind packing up, you can go between the pools if it gets too crowded. So I think I remember how to get here. It's been a whole year since we haven't swam at all this year, and the pool opened like mid-May, and it's almost mid-July. I work too much. You're supposed to say, yes, you do.
Of course you do.
Of course I do. That's all right. Work pays the bills. Hey, it looks like we might look out at least for a few minutes. It looks like it's one solitary lady in there and a guy checking out the pool. So this is my office for the day.
It's supposed to be 93 and feel like 100 today, so we will see.
We might sit up under the overhang and be slugs all day and just listen to the water. How about that?
Sounds good to me.
It rocks to be a reseller. It rocks to work for yourself. You don't have to adjust to somebody else's schedule very often. You can adjust your own to what you want to do. So I can do business here too, right?
Absolutely.
One hazy, lazy, crazy day later, plus one sunburn, and it was time to go dancing.
Life is good. All the heads past the ocean. Ping pong circulating. Ping pong circulating. Extend to the outside. Swing through. Girls circulate, boys trade. Spin the top. Right and left through. Flutter wheel. You're good. Boy walk, girl dodge. Boy run around the girl, you got a line. Start through. Dive through. In the middle, swing through. Boy run around the girl. You four chain down the line.
So that's the end of my day off today. It was a nice day at the pool. I enjoyed my mom. I actually did a little business and sold a few things online and never had to leave the poolside. So it rocks to be an entrepreneur, and it really rocks to be a reseller. Nighty night, y'all. Happy junkin'.